Alright, so in this video, I'm going to continue from where we left off from the last one. So in the last video, which is this one, I did an overview. So I did an overview of this app that I've been building. So today we'll go on. Currently, if you are not using the metadata, you are unable to generate the whole thing. So today we'll go over how to generate the code without using the demo data, that's the sample data. Rather, you can generate everything from scratch. So we'll start from how we can regenerate this audio. So if, let's say, we change any of these tests, how do we generate the audio back? So that's what we'll do. So we'll start from this. So we'll code the image generation function, the audio generation, and the entire quiz generation. That's how we are going to do it. So we are going to work now. So today's workflow, the way I'm using Kesa. So the editor here is Kesa, so that we can build everything fast. And then if you look at, I have these instructions here. So I've given a lot of information. So this is the right way. If you are using Kesa, the best way is to teach the AI or give some prior information on what to do. So this is like a senior dev and a junior dev relationship. So you are acting as a senior dev, although maybe you are new to coding, but that's how the relationship is like. So here, the first task is to provide code the image generation function. So a function to generate the image, and then we'll be using OpenAI. So I'll provide a little bit of context here. Let me preview the markdown. So this is a markdown, easy for the AI to understand. So let's do a preview of the markdown. So you can see, providing the information and the API example for the AI to follow to come out with the functions or to help code. So by doing this, we'll be able to get the better functions, like to get better results in terms of the code. If not, the AI will hallucinate a lot. So, and then we have the current directory. So this is the current directory that will be, that's the same thing here, but we are just providing it for the context of the AI to know about it. So to generate something like this, the current directory, you just have to let me open it. And then, so if you're on Mac, you just do 3, then you do the level, so you can do up to level 6. Then you ignore certain folders, so you can ignore the let me see, nodes, so node models. So you ignore all the dependencies installed, so that the tree wouldn't go deep, printing all those unnecessary folders. So then so you here, if you want to ignore a lot of any other folder, like you pipe it, you just use the pipe symbol to. So let's ignore gates as well, and then close it, and then just print it out. So that's a function. So this function, so I'm saying I'm going 6 level deep. So therefore, I don't think I have 6 level deep for that. Just to cover everything, we just did something 6 level deep so that we can print out all this and then show it to the AI. So basically that's it. That's the context that we'll be providing for the AI to start coding. So let's start work. So let me close the markdown, then do Command I to bring the composer. So this is the composer. So already the composer has included the the instructions, but I'll include another file, which is the maybe the to do and then the data structure. So here in the markdown, if we preview the markdown, you can see we said we will provide we said something about data structure. So the data structure gives the AI how the quiz is structured at the front end. So this is just the populated one, but how the whole thing translates into the data structure is what is being referenced here, so that the AI will know what to generate. So that's it. That's the data structure. Exactly, the quiz topic, the intro, the outro, all of those kind of stuff. That's just what the AI need to generate. So we provide a context here. So in our first task, so we are to work on these 3 tasks, which I've given the instructions here. So we'll first do the first one, tax 1. So let's start the first tax. That's the tax 1. That's it. So let me open this and say, so let's start prompting. So if you can see, let me go, I think I've said it already, but let me say it again. I'm using Kesa, and Kesa is having this feature called Composer. So you just press Command I on Mac to bring it up. You can also open it as a panel. So that's it. You can open it as a panel or let it float as just something like this to ease the code. So let's go and say, so follow. So let me say something like, so perform this coding task by following the instructions. Then you do add the instructions, you just reference it by following the instructions. So let's start, what am I typing? Let's start, excuse my typing. Let's start 1 by 1. So semicolon, then I do tax 1, code the code generator, and then integrate it. So let's say code the image generation function, and let's do integrate into the front end. I think because of the structure that we've provided in the instruction, it will know exactly where to edit. I think so. So let's start. So generating the code. Sometimes it takes time by others to just load fast, but I think it's reading the whole context. That's why now the context is a little bit huge. All right, so generating a route in the API, then applying something in the image background control. So let's see the routes. Okay, so we have the image generation route. I think it's updating this file. Let me close. Let me close this split screen so that we will be good to go. So it's saying that it's done. That was quick. So you can see the Kesa. So let's see let's review. So this updated the image control, background image control component English. So the field, everything, generate button is triggered to the image, and then error handling also I think is done. So all we have to do is to accept the code generated. So we accept it, it closes it. Let me close this side panel. So what we have to do is to go to the front and then check it. So as you can see, the code is broken. Instead of just going straight to the point and then implement whatever is down there, it went ahead and changed the whole UI, which is not supposed to be so. So we have to go back. So this one you have to step in. So say there was no need to change the previous UI, only apply the generate image logic. So you have to tell it to revert back that image, that UI, the former UI. So let me see if it can do that. Okay, OpenAI tool is not installed. We have to install that. Let me see. Still, this is broken. No, it's not it. So you have to be careful when coding with this, because if you don't take time, it will break your UI. So immediately you have to go back. It went ahead without coding. Okay, so you didn't. So say the UI is still reverted to the previous one. So let's see. If not, then we have to go and then undo the stuff. No, I think it's still not. Change the UI in the background control to the previous one. So if it doesn't work, we have to undo the changes, especially the one in the background UI, this one, the background image control component. Let me see. It's still generating stuff, so let me accept. Okay, I think it's not getting the instruction right, so we are not not instructing it to us. So let me go back to this guy and go back to the formal code. So this is exactly what we had. So this is what we had. This was the UI. So you was just supposed to implement something, generate. Okay, it's good that sometimes you have to just step in and undo and keep your code. That's what you have to be mindful of. So whenever you are coding with Cursor, you have to keep testing your code to make sure that it functions as the previous one. So now we can go ahead and say I have the code in at, then you say background control to the previous one. So now we've reverted it to the previous one. So please implement the code, implement the generate image without changing the UI. So I think that should be okay. So let me see. Right, okay, so now the UI is not broken like first. Right, so let me see the generate image function. So let's install this. Let me clean the terminal, then install the npm. So let's install that. So let's say create the env file for the API key. Let me see, is it created? Alright, it's created over here. So you have to put the OpenAI key. So let me get my OpenAI key. Where can I get it fast? Okay, let me see, new window. Let me pull it from another project. So I have it in my other project. Let me pull it. So you see, I'll copy, then paste it here. Okay, so that should be fine. Let's close that project. Where's that project? It's already gone. And let's save it. And then let's go back to, I think there's an error. What is this function? Generate image. This is generate image function, and then that's audio. So let's check the image. OpenAI, so. Alright, so let me check on this one. I think it repeated the generate image twice. So there's another one here, and there's another one there. You have another one here as well. I think they are all the same. Yes, they are within the. Okay, let me try and fix this error. So when we hit this function generate image, we take a promise, fetch, and then okay, so let me try and fix this error by copying this. We can just go to this one. Let me bring the. Okay, so let's say which page is that? Is the route? Okay, the route in the API. So quiz. Alright, so let's fix that this error. So basically this is how the workflow is like. So you keep going up and down. When there's an error, you throw the error back to the composer. So the composer can edit your file and change all those kind of images. It keeps getting more errors, but still you have to throw it back. So it's saying question.image. I don't think we have a question.image. It's a question.background image. You have to change the prompt templates later. Okay, so let me see if I can set that myself. I think it's not following the types. Let me see. I think it's getting a whole lot of things wrong, and that's a problem. When the projects start becoming bigger, you end up getting all this hallucinations. Let me go back, and then you have to reference the types. So the question, the type, everything is here. And say think. So let's say I think your function are not following the data structure. I'm doing a whole lot of spelling mistakes. Structure, and then that's the data structure. Let me add it, and the types here. Types. So let's see what happens. So let me go back and check this quiz route. So now you can see that it's trying to follow everything. Okay, so let's accept it and go back and test. So let's do testing and see if it works. So let me regenerate the image. Let me see at the back end. So at the back end we are getting this. So it was successful. So image generation, we were able to hit that route, but the image is not here. Let me see. Does it mean the image generation is not working? So apparently, let me check whether we are hitting the right route. So we hit this one. This one is rather calling the fetch of that route. So we have to rather check here, and that's the URL, image URL. Let me try again and see. So the only problem is there's no indicator here saying the image generation is successful, but we are not getting any image back. There's no image coming through for us. Let me see if it's outputting any image at all. Let's check the function. Okay, so since it's not working, let's then say the generate image function is not working. and add a preloader for preloader for better UX. So the issue is within this. No. Think why are you referencing local thread? So this bad. It can be. So whatever when you put it in the live server or something, the IP changes or the port changes, every day you have to come around to change this. That's not what we need. Nothing happens. As you can see, it's not working. So let me try on a question. Let me try here. Still not working. So let me refresh everything and load the quiz. So let's try logging the response. So let's see if this one is okay. We are saying return the image or return none. So let's log this. Alright, now let's try again. Nothing is happening. Okay, so it seems we are not getting any image coming. So the problem, let me try and trace the problem myself. Image URL, so generate image, then unclick is this. So that's what exactly we are going for. So this function. Alright, so let's try and go to the main page and see the file background. It's not even here, so that should be, let me see where exactly we are using this. So let's find the file. It's not here. Okay, so that should be in the question component. I think this one is still not here. Yeah, so we are using that here. Good. Image control component. So where is this function? Handle image change. Then we call the function. So question dot. Okay. Then let's look at the intro outro. I think so a whole lot is going on because I've coded the project a lot. So there are a lot of files, and sometimes when you are coding with Cursor and the files are plenty, it's really get confusing. Okay, so why are we bringing this function in? Meaning we are using the section somewhere else. Okay, there's an error here we have to fix on image change. So this function is what I'm interested in, where it is being passed. So if you look at this, that's what we are exporting. So wherever this guy is being called, let me see if the main page, where's the main page? Okay, let's see if it's being called here. So I think we have the function image regeneration. So the image, that's exactly what we are doing. So okay, so the type that we pass, that's what we are calling here. Then the image we are getting back from this side, or we throw this in this error. So let me see. Let's do this console here and see. So nothing happens. Say image generated is undefined. Okay, let's log this one rather. So I think that's where the error is coming from. And we have okay, it's a small mistake that we did. So the image is there, but the problem is the key that is trying to access from the object. So what we can do is that we have to change it. That's where sometimes you have to come in. So I think that was if you look at the instructions. Okay, so I think it's an error from its own API. So the API that he created here, he's passing this one image underscore, and at the page side he's accessing it as this camel case. I think there's a camel case, so we have to just change it. That's all. I think this should work. Alright, so let's try it again. Alright, so now you see it works. Yeah, so it's working now.
Can you pass these mind-blowing culture quizzes?
Okay, it's working now. So it's because of this key error. So I think we have to repeat it in all the other ones. So we've been able to achieve that. Okay, so let's go and change the prompt. So if you check the image generation, there was a prompt template that it was trying to use. So if you check here, it's not the image. Let's try the image. So here, okay, I don't think is that place. Image generation, there's a prompt template it was trying to use. So image generation prompt, then the post. Okay, the prompt template. So I think we have to change this one. Let me find I think I have one in my OpenAI ChatGPT. So I was playing around some prompt templates. Okay, that's yesterday. Let me choose this one and see. No, so I had this prompt template I was using, I think, yesterday. So let's look for that. Okay, that's it. So this is the prompt template. You just have to choose that one and say change, then we reference this one to this. Okay, so now you can see that it has already changed that. So now if we go here, if you go and try it now, it will be a little bit realistic. So this one wasn't that realistic, so let's try. Okay, so you can see now it's a little bit realistic. Okay, so that works. Then let me see if I change it for the questions to if it will work. So we need something that's work for the October 1st. Let's try it. There's a whole lot of error here. I think that didn't work. Okay, this error is coming from the preview, this video preview. The process is undefined. Okay, so I think it's the same error we had for the intro. So let's change the same error. So we can trace it back to the question control. No, so let's do questions. I think it's from this side as well, so we have to change it to image underscore URL. That's all. This should work. Yeah, so that works, but all right, so you're having a little bit issue from the URL being used in the preview. So the video editor cannot preview this image because of cross origin. Okay, so what we'll do is that we have to fix that. I think the image generation is working. To fix that, the best way is to upload this one to a Google Cloud and then push it to this. I don't know why OpenAI is not allowing that on their URLs. Okay, so one thing I realized is that when the image is generating, we don't see any kind of preloading or something. So that will be the image background. So let's add the skeleton loading when waiting for image to finish generating. Okay, let's accept it and try. Okay, so let's try it. Nothing happens. Let's review what it did exactly. So okay, the quiz control and the intro, that didn't work. Or let me see, there's an error here. Let's fix this error. No, still the error is there. So I think you didn't get it. Still the error persists. Let's say fix this. I believe now the context window is becoming larger, so a lot of hallucinations over here. Why is it that you can't fix this error? There are a whole lot of errors here too. I think we have to fix it here rather, and that leads to more errors. Now the whole code is broken. Okay, so this side, it looks like you just get error, you pass the error back, then it works on the error. But what you have to make sure is that you don't have to go too deep. If not, you break your code. So make sure that you keep testing your code along the line. If not, it will just mess up everything. So that error is gone. We'll check if everything works. So let's load the data. And that's exactly what I keep saying there. If you don't take time, you will lose everything. So now everything is populating. We have one error here that we've not fixed yet. Let me see where the error is. So the error is right here. And that same error. So help fix this. Why is this guy still not being fixed? Okay, he didn't get contest. So in today's coding, I think we are fixing a whole lot of bugs. So it has already gone beyond 1 hour. So maybe I'll pause the video and then continue the other function in the next video. No, I think it's losing all the context there. The error is in at quiz. So quiz question. Okay, so I think that's it. We fixed all the errors and our code still work. Okay, so let me try and regenerate this again. Let's regenerate this guy. Okay, so this is the exact feedback I was looking for, something that shows that it's loading. It's done, but the image is not showing. Okay, great, it was loading. That looks good. This is cool. Yeah, so let's try this one. Okay, it works. I think it could be faster than this because I'm recording, so I think that's part of why it's being slow. Okay, that works, but the preview can't use that image because of the cross origin stuff. So we have to fix that cross origin, but that requires that we pass on the image. So I think the other way around is to download the image into a temporal file and use it. So let's fix the error and see. The image URL from the API is having cross origin. Let's say it's cross origin blocked. So let's first. So let's first save the image to a local, to a temp directory, and save it through another route. So with this one, we are saving it through our server instead of consuming straight from OpenAI. So let's do that. So let's see how intelligent Claude Sonnet is. Let's see. Okay, I can see it's creating some folders and files. So save image. We have the R API route already. Then the email file. Okay, so I think it was able to do that. So let's accept it and check. We have an error. Why this error? Is it old or new? Image URL. Okay, I think it created a new function. Okay, to correct itself. So I think I enjoyed this back-to-back coding. It's in the form of you coding with someone. It's so amazing that now we are working with AI in this aspect. So let me change this one. So I think the error is now fixed, but the image that we are requesting, we need something like the ratio. I think we need a 9:16 kind of ratio. So we need something like this instead of this dimension. This is a square. So let me fix it. Great, so we have it that way. So let me refresh, then reload the demo. Okay, now we have it. So let's regenerate this. Okay, so now you can see we are saving the image. That's good. That was a good. Wow, still we are having that issue. So let me check. So the preview server cannot load the image because of cross origin, I guess. So browser failed to load image. And do we get a how? Let me see if the image is still saved. The image is still there, but why are we not able to load it here? So let's say, so can we allow cross origin on the images saved? Let me see. So the best way, it's not advisable to keep the images in your server because it's going to bloat up. But the best way is to put it in either you put it in Google Cloud or Amazon S3. So later we will do that, but let me find a way to fix it on the server side. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, let's generate this one. Let me see, it's loading up. Okay, let's see if we'll get that error. Still it cannot load image. And what is the reason? Runtime error. It's saying failed to open image. So we have the backend which is rendering the image, and it's saying it's failing to load the image. Why? Okay, I see the problem. So it's trying to get still not found this image. Let me see something. Let me see how the image is being set here. Okay, so there's a problem. So we have to set the full image instead of using the slash. So because if we send it to the server, it will just send the slash and the server will be confused where the image is coming from. So let's talk. Okay, so let's go back to the backend. So that's where the problem is coming from. So let's say instead of setting the image tag with image tag with the local path, use the full URL. Let's set the URL, the base URL in the env file. So with this, if it's able to set it in the local file like this, anytime you deploy to any server, you just have to change the base URL, and then it will just be easy for us to pass it around. Okay, so it's done doing that, and it has corrected it in almost all the code. So you can see base URL everywhere. Great. So let's try our code again and see which said it failed. Try again. What? That's a whole lot of error. You did touch the API key. Oh, shoot. It deleted the API key. So we have to go for the API key again. So what I'll do is that I'll just undo and then bring this guy back. That's all. We are done. Let's try again. So basically it's working. So I'm trying to keep this thing real like a normal person. So the image is done downloaded. So now you can see that we are getting the full URL instead of the the local reference. So I don't think we should have that error again. So let's see if this image is now previewing. Let me see. The whole thing is freezing up. let's check the backend for the rendering if it's, so that was the previous error, so I don't think we have that issue anymore. Just that the whole thing is slow again. Let me refresh and generate the quiz.
Can you pass these mind-blowing culture quizzes? Which country is famous for its
Okay, so let's change this image. Okay, let's try and change that image. Okay, we've been able to do that. Okay, so I saw that it was changing but immediately went back. Yeah, so we've done that. So you can see this new image. That's the image here. So it works now. We've been able to fix that error. So let me check the time. Let me see if we can go on and change the, if we can regenerate the audio. Okay, so let me go back to the front end. Great. Okay, so let's go back to, let's close all the tabs. Let's close all. Then open the instructions again and see if we can code the tags too. That's audio generation. Okay, let's proceed. So I think it's writing the code in the generate audio API route. Yeah. So exactly that's what he's doing. So because he saw that we had a the cross origin issue, it's now saving the audio using the previous intelligence without we saying that. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have some couple of errors to fix. Let me see. There's just one error. This guy so is expecting no argument but got to. Okay, so let's fix it. So that's at intro section. So I don't know if I should allow the video to be uncut or just trying to make it shorter, because I want everyone to see how any beginner can work on this kind of projects using AI. Yay. So whenever you see this placeholders, you should be so much aware of what is going to happen. If not, okay, I don't think it's just explaining. Sometimes you just use placeholders in your code and everything will just mess up. So we fixed that error. Good. I really don't understand what it did, but why not? So we have first error, which is this. So we have to be really careful here because this code is a lot here, so that it will not mess up the old code. So that's at quiz question. Then we add the error. No. See what I was talking about. So I changed the UI. That's not what was there. It was just a symbol. Okay, although it works on it's working now. I believe we have to go back to the symbol and it's added the time. This one is not needed. So let's go back and say, so where did that happen? Is here. So revert. So that's what you should be very aware of. If not, you keep breaking your UI. So you have to be constantly testing. Revert the at audio. Is it auto control UI to the previous one? So the old UI was neat. This button there I don't think is the best. And sure, it does not know how to get back. The button generate /regenerate button was a symbol icon or symbol. Let me say symbol or icon, not a button. So let's see, he's trying to fix it and he gave it a background. It's different from what was there, but it's not bad. Let's say the button should be dark themed, so that it will be just like this, guys. So I think after we fix the audio, we will stop here and then do the coding for generating the quiz, the entire quiz next time, because the video is getting almost to 2 hours. Did we get a dark theme? Yeah, so it's now a dark theme. So let's try and regenerate this audio and see what happens. Let me see, generate audio. We are getting the feedback here. Let's preview.
Can you pass these mind-blowing?
No, I don't think the audio kit came through. Let me see. No error here. But what audio do are we still seeing the old one? Now the machine is acting up. We have to stop the stream. Okay, so I think it was 2 loading and now it's 7. Okay, this page is loading down 5. So let's refresh. Now let me just reopen it. So let's reload everything again. So let me regenerate this and see if it works. Okay, it's loaded. We are not getting anything. The audio itself, let me see the tempo.
Can you pass these mind-blowing culture quizzes?
Yeah, so the audio is working, but it's not fully loaded here. Okay, the Firefox is slowing down again.
Can you pass these mind-blowing culture quizzes?
So it works. I think the browser was messing up with us.
Can you pass these mind-blowing culture quizzes?
So that was great. It's working. You're able to regenerate the audio, and then so that's the function that we're looking at, something that will work out of the box by regenerating the audio. So with all this working, the next step is for us to then go to the next to-do lists in the next video. So in the next video, we'll combine everything so that the app can generate a quiz from scratch. So the idea is when you, without using the sample data, when you click on generate quiz, or when you click, see this, you have to remove this. I don't know. You see, that's what the AI did. You have to remove all these buttons. So when you click on generate quiz, it will do generate a whole quiz in the background for you without you lifting a finger. So I think that should work. Yep, I'm trying to see even the preview will work, but I think since it's serving it through the URL, everything works. So I'll pause the video here, and if you want to follow up the development of this, please subscribe, and then you'll be in the front seat when I upload the next video. So thank you for watching. Bye.